Welcome to Newspresso. Here is the top story in the past 6 hours. China sent no U.S. soybeans into its ports for a second month in a row, even as the country hauled more beans. Country hauled more beans from South America. Those tariffs were basically high taxes on the soybeans that were arriving, a move that made buying them from Washington far more expensive. The pause comes after tariffs earlier this year, as China ran low on its older harvest, the so-called old crop supply. That had been the main source of American beans for the past few seasons. In October, U.S. soybean imports were 434 metric tons the year before. Brazil's shipments rose 28.8%. They totaled 71 million tons. It accounts for 75.1% of soybeans taken. Argentina stepped up, sending 157 million tons. That was a 15.4% rise. It is about 1/6 of the total. China's overall soybean imports for October hit 48 million metric tons, record for the month. First 10 months show similar pattern. China sent tons from Brazil Jan-Oct 4.5% up. Argentina supplied 423.9%. October had no U.S. arrivals, but U.S. share grew. China tons of soybeans 11.5% up. So the total U.S. tally for the year so far is higher, even if the most recent shipments were 0. The lull in U.S. imports was not permanent. After a tense trade standoff that had largely sidelined American soybeans, the two sides met in Seoul at the end of October. The talks seemed to ease some of the friction, and soon afterward, China's state-run grain buyer, SOFCO, started buying back American beans. Data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture show that SOFCO has already secured more than 1 million tons of U.S. soybeans since late October. That is a clear sign that China is willing to restart trading with Washington, at least on a limited scale. Analysts are now watching for further big purchases, because the White House has announced a goal of moving 12 million tons of soybeans out of China by the end of the year. China has not yet confirmed it will hit that target, but the uptick from SOFCO and the renewed dialogue suggests that the possibility is on the table. Next week's will show if China can bring trade back. It will test whether tariffs can be reversed. It will reflect on the level before tariffs. Subscribe Newspresso. Never miss a major global headline.